Hey and welcome, Miss Kira Speaks. Before we get started, I ask that you watch the videos till the end, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. My apologies for that unofficial Thanksgiving break. Now, I did mean to take a break from Pajama Sundays and from my watch list, but I didn't mean to not put any content at all for you guys out. But between Thanksgiving with my family, yikes, my anxiety and depression and that good old holiday burnout that we talked about, it was just a lot. So I'm slowly trying to regroup, still slightly overwhelmed, but I want to get back to putting out content for you guys. And you see the title, we're here to talk love and hip hop. You know, your girl loves some love and hip hop. When I started my channel, I was reviewing Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but when they picked up this time a few months ago, I could not do it. Okay, watching Mr. Safari and Erica had your girl triggered, so I just decided to not even review it. And then the BS with Jock and the baby mamas, and it was too much. But we are here for Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion. That's not what it's called, but that's what your girl's gonna call it. Season 3, episode 1. I will put the title of the episode somewhere here on the screen. Fresh off of her Euro tour, our girl Spice is here and she welcomes us to the first International Love and Hip Hop Family Reunion in Jamaica. Her co-host is none other than Amara LaNegra from Love and Hip Hop Miami, which is the one franchise that I didn't really watch. I think I watched like maybe the first 3 episodes of season 1 and then your girl checked out. Miss Amara refers to herself as our Afro-Latina Dominicana. And you know, Love and Hip Hop is here to represent all 4 cities on this family reunion. Spice wants to welcome the people to her country with the beaches, the breeze, the trees, the food, and the culture. So the ladies are chatting it up on the bus. Amara, she's happy to be there. Fresh off of having her twin girls, sis is ready for a break, especially after the breakup of her long-distance boyfriend, Alan. Spice says she is also single. Her and Justin are a wrap, and I am so confused as to when they recorded these shows, because just on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, they were still together. Prior to, I think at the beginning of that season, they had discussed breaking up, but I thought they were still together. Who knows when this was filmed? You guys get down in the comments and let me know, are they still together or are they indeed broken up? Who's coming to this family reunion? Trick Daddy from the Miami franchise. I am so tired of seeing him, but he's going to kick this thing off with a fish fry. Scrap DeLeon and his mama KK are pulling up and he is coming looking for love. He's Carly's ex. Miss Carly, she got a long list of exes. And Miss Carly, you know, she's also in attendance because Love and Hip Hop, they like to keep it messy. Amara invited Mariah Lynn from New York Love and Hip Hop, and she's bringing her girl Alexis, Sky that is, from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So we find out that Miss Carly has an issue with Mariah Lynn from social media because apparently Mariah Lynn called her messy. No surprise there, Carly Red is definitely messy. Speaking of issues, Estrelita from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is also there. Her and Carly also had beef back in the day when she was a newbie on the show. And may I say, and we will discuss it throughout this review, I am sick and tired of Carly Red. She is too doggone old. But man, like I said, ma'am is messy and Love and Hip Hop, they love the mess. We do find out that Estrelita and Carly have since made peace thanks to Amara. My girl Chrissy from Love and Hip Hop New York is there to keep the girls in line. Apparently, Miss Mariah Lynn is friends with Nancy, aka Mama Jones from Love and Hip Hop New York, Jim Jones' mama, who is Chrissy's fiance, we know. And I said, daggone. Again, VH1 is messy, and what I am tired of is seeing these toxic mamas, the Mama Joneses, the Mama D's. Had it up to here with them. Spice has also invited Nikki Baby and Tiara Marie, both from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I love me some Tiara Marie. Got myself a sponsor. Speaking of sponsors, I wonder if Ma'am has paid 50 Cent his money back. Tiara tells us that her boo is in prison. Her mom has had another stroke. Sis needs a break. And I wrote in my notes that she looks healthy, but we're going to find out a little later. Maybe not so much. Gunplay from Love and Hip Hop Miami is also fresh off a tour, and he's looking for a break from the city. Jen and Fresha from Love and Hip Hop New York are also in attendance, and I would just like to know why. Apparently they are there to work on their relationship, which, I guess. Trick, he's gonna catch the fish for this fish fry. I said, okay. And the ladies, they're ready for some fun on the beach. And in comes Lyrica Anderson from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. She wants to have fun. She says she's been stressed. She's been single for 2 years. She and A1, I think she said, are divorced, and they're focusing on Ocean. Sis says she's not dating, but she's got some friends. Between Lyrica and Mariah Lynn, your girl needs to go back and finish the last couple episodes of Marriage Bootcamp Hip Hop Edition. Yikes. They asked Jen and Fresher how they're doing, and they say they're better. They're engaged, but not married. And then he starts trying to give the women advice, talking about the men always got to hold the women down and they don't take accountability or something to that effect. And I said, sir, excuse me. Miss Jen had to get him all the way together, and I was quite appreciative. She's like, and who helped you when you were in your starting stages? This man is a hot mess. So Spice says she heard that Tiara was passed out, so she sends Nikki Baby to check on her, and then the two, they come and they head back to the group. Producers, they asked Tiara if she's been struggling with her sobriety, and she says no. She's drinking now because she's on vacation, and something like she needs to relax, or she wants to relax, and she doesn't want to be the only one not drinking. And I said, yikes, because y'all remember our good girl Tiara went to rehab. I just need her. I said she looked healthy earlier, but I just need her. Maybe she needs to go to rehab again, maybe some therapy, but I love Tiara, like I said, and I just want to see our girl healthy. So everyone is starving, and Gunplay lets us know that he went to one of Trick's Airbnb and messed the things up, so he wants to make amends while they're there. So now it's dark, still no food. So they're about to play a game when Trick shows up with no fish. Talking about he didn't have, I don't remember what Sir said, but he was wrong for that one. And all I was concerned about is what were these people going to eat? Because we got through the whole episode and we never saw what they eat. They drank, never saw them eat anything. So everyone's tight, but they decide to play this game anyway. It's basically a game of Jenga meets truth or dare. So Fresher got one that I think said to call your ex-girlfriend, and Sir, he took his shot because he knew better. Trick, he passes his card to Amara and asks what's under that dress. It was like a little caftan she had on. She's like, nothing. And he likes, because he says he likes him some chocolate, and he's trying to holler at Miss Amara. And I was like, oh, poor girl. Estrelita, she goes and she has to tell a secret. And first she's like, and everybody's like, come on, tell the secret. And she says she smashed Safari. Apparently this was before Erica, but after Nikki Baby, or between Nikki Baby was before and after, child, a mess. But you know, Safari is for the streets. So Chrissy and KK and Scrap, they come on in and they join the group. So everyone is having fun. And Carly and Scrap, they greet each other and they give each other a hug, and you get a quick trip down memory lane because, like I said, these two dated before. Alexis Sky says she's 28, and so she's a different person. So no more rah-rah from her. Child, we'll see. She and Carly hug. Now, Alexis Sky dated Carly's ex-husband, and they fought, but now they're cool. So then Carly turns her back when Mariah Lynn goes to give her a hug, and Mariah Lynn's like, didn't know I had a problem with anybody, but clearly I do. Mariah Lynn says she's not there for the drama and she's not going to indulge in the BS. So in her confessional, Carly says it may seem childish and petty, but Mariah Lynn was talking trash and she's a bully. Bully, Carly? Okay. So the two of them start talking, and Carly basically says that being that Mariah Lynn is also in the public eye, that she should know better than to say what she perceives to see on TV. Child, okay. Mariah Lynn doesn't appreciate the way that she's talking to her. She's like, I'm trying not to throw these hands. She wants no drama, ma'am. Says she does not want to end up in a Jamaican jail, prison, none of the above. And I'm with that. Meanwhile, Tiara Marie is not feeling Alexis. She's over there talking about, oh, she's doing too much. In her confessional, Tiara says that she doesn't really know Alexis, but they got beef because Alexis had beef with her girl, Masika. Producers remind us with a clip. Then recently, probably when they were doing the show, somebody asked Alexis if she knew Tiara, and she's like, who? So now Tiara has a problem. So they're playing the game, and it's awkward between the two of them. And in their confessional, Alexis is like, she says she hangs with bees that she don't F with. So Alexis, she confronts Tiara Marie, and she wants to know what the problem is. In her confessional, Nikki Baby says it's petty, and it's been so many years ago that they kind of just need to let it go. So then Alexis was like, all right, she won't have to like her, and you can join the rest of the bees that don't like her. But Miss Tiara, she's back there talking about she wants to fight. So then Mariah Lynn, she confronts Carly like in the spirit of, what is the problem, ma'am? So Carly's like, you talk ish about me on the internet. And Mariah Lynn's like, when? Years ago? Because I don't recall. Definitely years ago. Mariah Lynn says you probably said something about one of her friends, but she personally doesn't have a problem with her. Carly repeats that, oh, you know, she said that she was messy, and almost everybody agrees. Mariah Lynn was basically saying she was just going off of what she sees on TV, and that's when we go to what I said earlier, where Carly was like, Mariah Lynn is on TV, so she should know better about how TV portrays you, but we gonna see what you give us. So, like I said before, Mariah Lynn just wants Carly to stop talking crazy to her. In her confessional, she's like, well, prove to us that you're not messy then. Good luck. So it gets crazy, but no hands are thrown. The guys intercept. Gunplay was like, if y'all are not gonna fight, then cut it out. And, you know, Spice jumps in the middle and is like, listen, it's day one. She sends them to bed to regroup and start again the next day. This isn't the energy that she was looking for. Now, Spice Girl, you know. But she says they're there to work through the BS and to have fun. So off to the side, Amara is asking Tiara basically what happened. Tiara gets into the thing where Alexis was like, who? And she says, but she was cool with it. And Chrissy interjects and was like, no, you were insulted by it. And she's not wrong. Inside, Alexis explaining herself to Mariah Lynn, how she hung with the ops, Tiara that is, and so she's not about to acknowledge her. Mariah Lynn says that the elderly should know better. In her confessional, she says that her and Alexis are the it girls. She says she's not going to let senior citizens belittle them. And I get it, because you don't want anybody to belittle you, period. But come on with the elderly and the senior citizen, because you're no spring chicken yourself, Mariah Lynn. I think Mariah Lynn's like 32, Alexis Sky's like 28, but Tiara Marie's only like 34. So if Tiara Marie is elderly, then so are you, boo. Now, we ain't going to talk about Carly Red, because we know Carly Red probably older than everybody on this show, except for KK. I don't know how old KK is. So back outside with Tiara Marie, Amara's like, there has to be another reason. And Tiara's like, no, there's not. Amara's like, that's not a good enough reason. So Chrissy's like, it's a combination of the drinking and the heat, and it's a bunch of other things. So that's why I'm saying, let's sleep it off and start fresh again tomorrow. Chrissy's telling her to be cordial. You know, she's on her Iyanla stuff. And Tiara says she's going to try because she's there to have fun. So Mariah Lynn is talking to Alexis about Gunplay, and she is clowning him, talking about how did he get here? Who brought him here? He probably walked. They play a clip, too funny. So they're like, you know, you don't get involved in female drama. So Scrap is talking to Carly, and he's asking her why she didn't call. In his confessional, he said that he looked at her as a friend, and after he got out of prison, that she kind of gave him the cold shoulder. They flash us back, and we see that she was engaged to that crazy man, so we already know what that was, but it's in the past. So they start talking. They're asking each other how they're doing. She brings up him saying that he wants multiple women on the internet. He says no, he wants multiple wives. There's a difference. She asks him why he's there. And he says he has nothing going on, and there's a lot of beautiful women. And so she starts asking him about that. It was a whole lot of blah, blah, and blah. So in her confessional, she's like, I knew he was there looking for love or to look at other women, but not me. And I was like, okay, Carly, because you was looking like you was ready to bend over and bust it open right then and there. But all right, girl. So it's the same night and the ladies are in the pool, and I'm like, didn't Spice just send y'all to bed? But it's Spice, Amara, and I think KK, and they're all in the pool and they're just talking and vibing and talking about how crazy the day was. And Spice is like, if this is the first day, I cannot imagine how the rest of this trip was going to go. She thought that Jamaica was going to be a vibe and everyone would have a good time. And KK, child, she's kind of like me, like, I'm too old for this BS. So Carnival Day is the next day, and they're going to dress up and have food, and there's going to be music. And Amara, she's hoping for the best. So KK lets us know that she's single, and Spice says she's not going to be single for long. She has options. So then somebody shows up on the balcony, and I'm like, who is that? And the title shows us that it's Chaotic from Love and Hip Hop Miami. Again, I don't watch, therefore I didn't know who he was. He lets us know that he tested positive for COVID, I think, when he got there. So he's basically quarantined to the room. And so he's hollering at the ladies from the balcony. He can't wait to get out and on the prowl. So he's yelling down. He's flirting with Spice. Spice is flirting with him because she's like, it was so funny. And that is where the episode ends. It was a good start to the season. It looks like there are going to be a lot of other people that show up, like Safari, Skip, Shekinah, Skip, Mama Jones is on her way, Drama. Who are you excited to see, and who could you do without? Like I said, I could do without Shekinah, and I can do without Safari, and honestly, I can do without Mama Jones, but this is what they like, and so I'm here for it. Family reunions are always gonna bring the drama, so stay tuned. Please check out some of my other content. Like, subscribe, comment, and join me back here for episode 2. Peace.